Good morning. How are you today? I hope you had a wonderful weekend. Mine was awesome as well. You're welcome to mathematics class. This week is a wonderful week, another beautiful week. I'm so excited to have you on this wonderful learning platform. I am Mrs. Olainka, and today we'll be talking about a very interesting topic in mathematics, and the topic says lines and angles. Lines and angles. You can see the lines I have here, and then you can see the angle I have here. Now, please pay attention to this class. Like I used to tell you in mathematics class, you should get your writing materials so that we can work together. I hope you're ready for me today because I'm fully ready for you. Okay, let's go to lines and angles. Okay, you can see some lines here. You can see some angles there as well. You can see supplementary, opposites, corresponding, alternative, parallel, and so on and so forth. Now, let's look at the objective of today's class. What are we expected to learn in today's class? Now, at the end of the class, you should be able to define lines, define angles as well, identify lines and angles, then explain each angle. When you see any angle, you should be able to identify the angle and say, well, this is this angle, and then you should be able to explain why you said it is this angle. Now, please pay attention to the class as we move to the next slide. Now, what is a line? What is a line? A line is a long, narrow mark made on the surface which extends between 2 points. Extend between what? 2 points. You can see some lines I have here. This is an horizontal line, vertical line, diagonal line, parallel line. Don't forget I told you when we did quantitative, I told you about some parallel lines and some horizontal lines. Now, this is an horizontal line, and this is a vertical line standing upright. This diagonal, when we did magic box, don't forget I told you about diagonal, horizontal, vertical. I told you that we can add figures in a magic box diagonally, that's diagonal line. We can add it horizontally, this way, as if you're sleeping, and then vertically, as if you're standing straight. Then we have other ones, perpendicular. You can see this line here is perpendicular to this one, straight down. Now we have intersecting. This one is intersecting the line down. So we can see, as the class proceeds, I will let you know more about lines. Now I told you that a line is a long, narrow mark made on the surface which extends between 2 points. This is the point, this is another point. This is a point, and that's like this, and that point, the point, another point, 2 points. It will be between 2 points, from one point to the other. From one point to the other. Good. Now note, a line has length, but not breadth or thickness. I'll say that again. A line has length. That's how long the line is, but it does not have breadth and it does not have thickness. Did you get that? Please keep it safe. Okay, let's now go to some common lines and let's look at what they are. That's their properties. Now I have shown you, you can see the picture of a vertical line. A vertical line. You can see it is standing straight. This is a vertical line. This is a vertical, you can see it. You can see the picture of a vertical line. Have you seen it? Yes, when you're standing straight up. Standing straight up. A vertical line stands upright. You can see? That's a vertical line. So let's quickly go to another line, which is horizontal line. This is an horizontal line. Can you see that? Horizontal line. That's it. Horizontal. As if you're sleeping on your bed. Horizontal line is a line that lies flat or level to the surface. It levels to the surface or lies flat. Now, let's go to perpendicular line. A perpendicular line. Okay, a perpendicular lines are lines that meet to form right angles or that crosses each other at the right angle. Look at this one. This is a perpendicular line because it meets at this right angle. Another perpendicular line meets at this right angle. So a perpendicular line is a line that meets to form at right angle or crosses each other at right angle. You can see these are perpendicular lines because they cross each other at what? Right angle. So if you have a right angle here, now this line here that crosses a right angle is a perpendicular line. Can you see it? Perpendicular line. Now let's go to parallel line. Parallel line. You can see that line there. Parallel line. Parallel line. It can be this way. It can also be this way. It's a parallel line. The parallel lines, you can see them. There's a picture of a parallel line. Now let's go to another one, which is transversal line. Transversal lines, this is a line that cuts two or more parallel lines. It cuts two or more parallel lines. So if you have parallel lines here, then this one that cuts it is a transversal line. Any line that cuts any parallel line is a transversal line. So that parallel line can come this way, it can come this way, then when you talk about transversal, it cuts it. So a transversal line is a line that cuts, look at it, this one is a transversal line, cutting these two parallel lines. This is another parallel line, another one here. This one here cutting in between is called transversal line. Do you get it? A transversal line is a line that cuts two or more parallel lines. Let's now go to the next topic, which is angles. I told you the topic today is lines and angles. We have talked about lines already, and I've told you about 5 lines. I've told you about transversal line. I've told you about parallel line. I've told you about perpendicular line. I've told you about horizontal line, and I've told you about vertical lines. That's 5 lines we've been able to discuss today. Now let's quickly go to angles. What is an angle? An angle is the amount of rotation. Amount of what? Rotation. Now let's quickly explain better. Is the movement of the minute hand of a clock is a good example for you to know how angles turn. You know the clock. The clock. Okay, if we have 12, and then we'll move to, we have 12, move to 1, move to 2, and then 3. We have 4, we have 5, we have 6. Now, if you want to have it like this way, and this way is an angle. You can see the hand of the clock from 12, 3 is an angle. Now, let me give you a proper definition of an angle. An angle is a shape formed by 2 lines or rays diverging from a common point. That common point is the vertex. A shape formed by 2 lines or rays diverging from a common point, which is the vertex. Let me show you the picture of what I'm trying to explain to you. You can see this is a ray or a line or a mark, another ray, another second ray, and there's a point, which is a vertex. Where the first and the second line meet is called the vertex, and that's an angle. Can you see it? 2 lines meeting, or 2 rays meeting at a vertex, you are forming an angle. When 2 lines have met at a vertex, you are forming an angle. When 2 lines are meeting at a vertex, you are forming an angle. I hope you understand that. Okay, that's angle for you. So angle is a shape formed by 2 lines or rays diverging from a common point, which is the vertex. So okay, let's now go to the first angle I will be teaching you today, which is right angles. Right angles. When you talk about right angle, a right angle is an angle at 90 degrees. At what? 90 degrees. Please look at this picture here. At 90 degrees. Sorry for my hand is not very straight. That's why I brought the picture out for you to see very clearly. Okay. Now we have, this is 90 degrees. Anytime you see an angle on a straight line like this, and this picture here, this sign here shows that it is 90 degrees. This picture, this edge here shows that it is 90 degrees. It is 90 degrees. So when you see this kind of any angle like this, it is a right angle. It's a what? Right angle. Good. Now let's go to acute angle. Acute angle. You can see that at acute angle. You can see the shape. It's not up to 90 degrees. It's less than 90 degrees. And you see the acute angle is an angle which is less than 90 degrees. Less than, this is less than sign, and this is 90 degrees. It is less than 90 degrees. It's greater than 0, but less than 90 degrees. Less than 90 degrees. Can you see it? I told you before that 90 degrees has to be like this on a straight line. Like this is 90 degrees. For this case, it's not up to. So this part here can be maybe 60 degrees. If you measure with a ruler, you can have 60 degrees, 70, 85. Between here and here can be 80 degrees, can be 85, can be 60, can be 70, but not 90. What you have it here is 90. Is that okay? Now, let's go to another angle, which is obtuse angle. Obtuse angle. This is an angle which is greater than 90 degrees, but less than 180. Can you see? Greater than 90 degrees, but less than 180 degrees. Less than 180 degrees. Okay, what do we say? This is 90 degrees. Sorry for this. 90 degrees. But this is not stopping at 90, it's coming here. So we have this. So we can have 90, 110 degrees. We have 110 degrees, or we have 120 degrees, or 130 degrees. In as much as it's not up to what? It's not up to 180, but it's more than 90. Do you get it now? An obtuse angle is more than 90, but less than 180. So we can have 170, 160, 150, 140, 130, 120, 110, 100. But it's not 90. Is that okay? Now let's have straight angle. Straight angle is an angle at 180 degrees. You can see I have one here, 180 degrees. Another straight angle, 180 degrees. Another straight angle, 180. Anyhow you want to turn it, is still 180 degree. Angle on a straight line is 180 degree. Angle on a straight line is what? 180 degrees. Angle on a straight line, 180 degrees. Okay, we can have A, B, we can have X, Y, but this angle here is what? 180. Okay, now let's go to reflex angle. This is an angle which is less than 360 but greater than 180. Reflex is more than 180 but greater than 360. You can see it. This is 180. This is 180. But in this case, we have more than that. We have here. So like this. So we have this. So we can, this can either decide to be 270 degrees. It can be 200 degrees. It can be 240 degrees. It can be 290 degrees. It can be 300 degrees. But it must not be up to 300 degrees. 360 degrees, sorry. And it must be bigger, more than 180 degrees. So, it's greater than 180 and less than 360. That's reflex angle. Now let's go to complementary angle. A complementary angle is when the sum of two angles is equal to 90. The sum of two angles, you can see, I told you that this is a right angle. This is what? A right angle, 90 degrees. But in this case, we have maybe 45 here, and then 45 here again. The two of them, 45 plus 45, will give us 90. Okay, 90 degrees. Okay, that's complementary angle. The sum of two angles equal 90. You can see this is 60 degrees, 30 degrees. Together they give us 90 degrees. It's complementary angles. Now we have supplementary angles. This is when the sum of the angles is equal to 180. The sum of the angles equal to 180. That's supplementary. 120 plus 60 will give us 180. So when we have, I told the angle in a straight line is 180. But when we have supplementary angle, this can be 50. And then this will be what? 130. So both of them must be equal to what? 180 degrees. That's supplementary angles. So let's go to angles at the point. Angles at the point is when the sum of all the angles is equal to 360 degrees. The sum of all the angles is equal to 360. You can see we have here 90. We have here 90. We have here 90. And we have here 90. Everything together will give us what? 360. That is what we call angles at a point. Angles what? At a point. Now, in conclusion, we have talked about a lot of angles today. A lot of angles today. We talked about right angles, you can see it there. We talked about obtuse angle between 90 and 180. We talked about acute angle less than 90. We talked about reflex angle between 180 and 360. We have talked about, okay, I didn't explain adjacent for you today, and opposite, don't worry, I'll be telling you about them as the class continues. Maybe I'll have to teach you for 2 weeks so that you understand all the angles that we have in mathematics. I'm sure you have been able to understand what straight line angle means, reflex angle, complementary angle, supplementary angle, angles at a point. Now, let's come to the evaluation page and let's find out what we have been able to learn in today's topic. Who can tell me what a line is? What is a line? Anybody with definition for line? What is a line? Good. And don't forget I told you that a line has a length but doesn't have what? Breadth or thickness. Good. Now, who can tell me what's an angle? What is an angle? Anybody with an answer to that? At 2 points. Good. Now, I told you that using the clock is a good example for you to know how angles turn. 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock, keep moving like that. You understand all those angles, acute angle, obtuse angle. You note them when you watch your time, study your time very well. Now, mention 4 lines that we have. I gave you 5 lines, just mention 4. Parallel, and the last one, good. Now let's go to angles. Can you mention 4 angles? I gave you like 8 angles. Just mentioned 4 out of it. Okay. Obtuse, acute, right angle, good. Now, who can tell me what this angle is? Can you show me? Can you tell me what is this angle? Do you know the answer? Okay, we know the answer. Very simple, am I right? Good. It's a right angle. Why is it a right angle? Why is it a right angle? It's because it's an angle at 90 degrees. At what? 90 degrees. This straight line and this straight line here, this angle here is 90 degrees. That's why it's a right angle. Okay. Thank you so much for your time and your attention and your patience. I'm sure you've been able to learn something wonderful in today's class. I'll be sending you your class activity tomorrow. And then if you have any question, you can contact me on my phone or on my email in front of the slide. Take care of yourself. Be a good girl. Be a good boy. Bye.